Very well, everyone. Welcome to Let's Play Grandia II. The second installment of the Grandia series. I had teased that I was gonna do this at one point, and today is the day we begin this adventure. This game is special to me. It's just, I don't know how to describe it right now without spoiling anything, but look, in the description of the playlist of this LP, I said this is Final Fantasy X before Final Fantasy X. Literally 1 year before Final Fantasy X. And there's a reason why I said that. People who have played this game will understand what it means. Like, you think about this game, think about where it goes, think about the plot, and tell me if this is not Final Fantasy X before Final Fantasy X, right? So, Grandia II originally came out on, I believe it was the Dreamcast. It had the PS2 version and the PC version. And everyone agrees that the Dreamcast version is the best. Because it sounds better, it runs better and everything. The PS2 had problems, the PC version had even more problems, it was bugged as hell. Later they released this, always for the PC, an anniversary edition. That is basically the same game, but they fixed a few things. It was not bug free. And then we had this version in 2019, the HD remaster, which now has HD graphics. It's got widescreen. It's not great, but because it just takes the game and just widescreens it. The game was originally meant for 4:3, but like it's not like a bad remaster. It's not a good one either. Like, it's a very lazy one, but hey, we'll take it, right? It also crashes less than the anniversary edition. Granted, I said less because this still has problems, right? But hey, it's fine. Once I originally had planned to play Grandia 1 on the channel as well, but I had to cut down the number of games I want to play. And between the 1 and the 2, no, we're gonna play the 2 because like, there's no way. I just like this a lot more than the first one. It's not like the first one's bad. I like the first one too, for different reasons that I like this one. So, one thing I want to point out before we begin, take a look at this image on the background of the title screen. You're never going to see this in game anywhere else. And this is something we're going to have to remember, because these two guys, these two beings that are facing each other here, it's one of the main themes of the game, really. So keep that in mind. We'll get to know what that is, but it's just to say that this specific image is not found anywhere else. As far as I remember, we don't see it. So, we're gonna start a new game. Now, there is art mode. This came, I believe it came with the anniversary as well. So they brought it back. Honestly, it's not really worth it to play art mode. We could, but there's not much more of a challenge. What art mode does, it just makes the enemies a little stronger, so battles just take a little more. The only real big change is the final boss. In art mode, the final boss is like triple the stats. It's an insane war of attrition, which in normal mode it isn't. It's just that's the big change of art mode. The final boss. That's it. Everything else just is the same game. It's literally the same game. And no, we're just gonna play normal, because that's just better for an LP. That's what we're doing. We're playing it casually. This is what the LPs are all about. That's what a Let's Play is, guys. Anyway, Grandia 2, let's do it!
Don't let me down, Sky. Sky, over here!
Ryudo, I cannot take much more of this.
Quit your belly aching and fly, damn it! Whoa! I finished the job, didn't I?
Yes, in your own crude fashion. Here, take your money.
Father, don't be rude. I'm so sorry.
Don't bother, I'm used to it.
I won't have you speaking to his kind. Come, we're leaving.
I cannot stand him. What a pompous fool.
It's work, not a barrel of laughs.
Well, well, you're growing up, Ryudo.
Ugh, if it weren't for work, I'd have nothing to do with that guy. But business is business.
She was a fine-looking girl, though.
I don't care for her or the kindness of strangers. What is it, Sky?
Ryudo, looks like we have another job.
Hey, not already. I'm still sore from that fall. No thanks to you. Ouch! Okay. Sky, all right already. It's good to have work, right? It says the Church of Granas wants to hire you as a bodyguard. So, working for Granas, huh? Now I really don't want to do it.
A job's a job, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's what it means to be a Geohound.
And just like that, we're now in control of Ryudo. Before we do anything with him, though, we're going to the menu real quick and change a couple things here. The unfortunate thing about this, wait, it's already changed? Hang on a minute. Huh, it kept it. How did... Oh, because I already started the game. See, the problem that this game, one of the many problems that this game has, these settings here, these two, because this is just if you want to leave the title, because for some reason it's an option. But these two, the game does not remember these. If you close the game, it will default back to this. And I actually want the opposite. So every time I fired up the game, I have to change these. Now the reason why it kept what I had was because I started before recording to test out a few things. And kept it running since. But no, it actually kept its settings. Cool! So, we are Ryudo, and yeah, we can run. And one of the few problems we're gonna have is this stuttering right here. That's not the game, that's me. It's the same problem we had in E6 in the previous series I made. I swear this weekend I'm gonna buy a new DualShock. I'm done with this. I'm done. I can't bear this anymore. I gotta fix this issue. I can't just keep having this any longer. There's an item on the ground here, wound solve. This is a healing item. We'll pick it up. We can't go back where we came from because this ladder is broken. That's really the reason why we can't go this way. Yep. There's a compass on the top right of the screen. It tells us where the next objective is. As the green circle shrinks, we'll get closer to the next story objective. There should be another item somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. I see it. Poison antidote. Yeah, heals poison. Not that we're gonna see it anytime soon, but hey, it's nice to have it. Little detail here. There's this little spring, and if you go away from it, the sound of the water gets quieter, and as you get closer, it gets louder. Kind of interesting thing. There's another one over here. There's also a crow here on the left side on these rocks, and he will do that every time you pass by. Yeah. It's cool little things here. We're not going to see a lot of these, but it's cool to point them out when they happen. This cone of rainbow light is a save point. Save points also heal you for free if you choose recover, which is nice. We're gonna save over my test save that I made previously when I was trying to check if this game recorded correctly. We can also display a more detailed information about our save files. We got 99 save files. Too bad we're gonna use all of them, or at least as many as we can, because we're gonna save on a different one every time we can. There's a ladder we can climb up, and a treasure chest which contains a blizzard torm, which we should probably equip. And this is our main menu here. It's a cool 3D ring menu with many options. We already seen the configuration menu. Up here we got the most common ones. You got the equip screen. Ryudo's got a lot of things. He's got a Geoblade because he's a Geohound. He's not mercenary, he's a Geohound. It's different. You gotta remember it. A Geohound. There's a jacket, a bandana, which says helps you concentrate. I don't know what that means. Doesn't mean anything gameplay wise. Some items have weird descriptions like that. You get used to it. This is usual Grandia stuff. It did it in Grandia 1 as well. We got leather leggings that give defense but not movement. I will get into the stats eventually. This gives for defense. The blizzard charm gives blizzard resistance, which is one of the elements of the game. We're not gonna get hit by many blizzard attacks right now, so we're not equipping it. And we have a mana hack slot, but we don't have any mana hacks right now. There's a status screen, which we'll discuss later on. Not want to bore you right now with details about what all the stats do. Move magic. We can use magic. We don't have any right now. It's fine. And we can check our items. We start with a wound solve. We just picked up another one in that field. 3 medicinal herb that restores 200 HP. These restore 400, so that's pretty big. A yummy elixir, which is a revive. In this game, revives is a full revive. At least this one. And 3 poison antidotes. We'll start with 2. We picked up another one. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you see it on the side of the screen, Ryudo starts at level 10, which is pretty high for an RPG to have a person, you know, your starting character is level 10. But you know what? That shows that Ryudo has gone through some battles. He's not like he's not like the first experience in battling. He's a Geohound after all, an experienced Geohound. Of course, he's level 10. He's in his fair share of fights. What do we have down here? We have skill equipped that right now we can't do anything with. Power up, we can't really do anything. We can spend these special coins and magic coins to power up, but right now we can't really do much. And set AI is something interesting that we'll talk about later. It's another ladder we can climb down here. So we can control the camera left and right, by the way. We can do this with the right stick if you have a version that has a right stick. Right now I obviously have the right stick on my DualShock. There's a spider here. We're just gonna enter the fight, which Yasuo got the initiative because he didn't save me. So in this game, battles are... They... Basically, you see that gauge at the bottom right? Ryudo's icon now is at the com point, which is when I get to input a command and choose what I want to do. And the enemy has his own icon as well. They both proceed along this line, and when you get to com, they get to do a command. Now he's charging an attack. It's taking a long time because he's charging a special attack. He's doing web trap. a normal attack would be almost instantaneous, right? But he's charging an attack, so he's taking some time. Because he's doing that, I'm just gonna block. And he's gonna do that, which is... What's he gonna do? Move -1, but I blocked it. And now it's my turn. I took the turn much faster this time because I defended. There you go.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Got some special coins, magic coins, and money. And some XP. Not a lot. Yeah, Ryudo's level 10. It's gonna take a while before he gains the first level. And another treasure chest. But first, let's fight the spider. Yeah, I turned red just before I touched it. So now see how he starts much closer to come because he saw me. Before I got the initiative, so he started way back on the what's called the IP line, the initiative point line. That's what that is. And really, it's all about that. The battle system is all about that gauge. Managing that gauge is really what this all is about. So I could do a combo, which is what I did before, like 2 attacks. We also have critical. Critical is a single attack that's a little stronger. It does less damage than combo, but he's going for a web trap again. Let's see if I got my timing right. Yes, perfect. And you see I canceled the attack. He's not doing the attack anymore. He got pushed back on the IP line. And now he's attacking me. See, critical, what it does, if you hit a enemy with a critical, and they're charging an attack because they're in the red portion of the gauge, that will cancel their attack, and they will maybe change and do something else. Now he's trying to attack me, but I'm much faster. I think I can just kill it before he can do anything. Nice!
These guys were no real challenge.
Because I took no damage in that fight, the end quote is a little different, and the music too. I don't think you get a boost of like rewards if you take no damage, but it's nice to have the actually different music and everything. There's a big treasure chest over here, which has a lot of things. The wound saw, we already know what that is, and grenade is a thing that you can throw in battle to deal damage, and another revive item. And we almost got to the end of the area, to Carbo Village. Bye, Elena. See you later. I'm sorry, Tessa. I would join you if I could. I wonder why I'm not permitted to leave with you. I guess your role is more important than ours. Don't worry, we'll do the preparations for the ceremony. Tessa, we have to get going. Alright. See you later, Elena. Let's go. Elena, it's time for the service. You ought to return now. Yes, you're right. Don't worry, we've hired the bodyguard. You'll catch up with us safely. Please take care of yourselves. And Tessa, I'll see you later. Now, Elena, let's go back. Thank you for your hard work. Probably none of our concern. Have you heard about them hiring a bodyguard, Sky? Are you deaf? We just read a thing about them someone searching for a bodyguard. Are they collecting tithes? There's enough. What do? Storm through your door and beat charity out of you? I understand they're off to a tower outside the village to drive away evil spirits. We're very fortunate to have the sisters. Evil spirits? Yes, things are fine around here during the day, but when the sun goes down, all kinds of terrible monsters are about. What about the girl who stayed behind? Oh, Miss Elena? She's a songstress of Granas. She sings such pretty songs for us. Maybe she will join after the service. You don't look like you're from around here. Word of advice, don't venture about at night. Huh? They needed a bodyguard. What's this about driving out evil spirits? At least Ryudo gets it, that these are the people that wanted to hire us. Sister will exorcise the devil at the tower side of the village. Of course, when the sister like them, this isn't part of the deal. Whatever, let's see what they have to say at the church. Seems to be no other way. Excuse me, where do we find the church? That's easy, just go straight. You can't miss it. It's the large building at the end of the road. Okay, so one thing about towns in Grandia. This is a staple that happened in the first game as well. First thing you see when you enter a town, you get the inn, and you have the shop. That's it. So the two most important buildings are right by the entrance. You can't miss them. In case you didn't know where they were, press triangle. Church of Granas in general store. North Silesia, that's the exit. So yeah, you can't get lost. Like, you literally can't get lost. There's no way. If you get lost, what are you doing? You know? Do we have time to explore the town? You kind of. I'm not sure if I want to talk to every NPC. There's so much NPC dialogue in this game, is insane. Alright, the NPCs change the dialogue with almost every time the story progress. Like, even just the little bit progress of the story, they change the dialogue. There's so much to see. I think I've run through the game once by talking to everyone every single time I could. And there are some interesting things you can hear. Can I talk to you? New in town, rest now, recover your strength. So it's an end. You can rest for free, of course, because since save points are free, it would be stupid to have you pay. And then just game design-wise, it'd be dumb. But you can save here as well. They're basically save points. They work the same. There's an extra function that Inn has. Or have in general, but we can't access it right now. Look at the general store. Maybe we'll take a look at that. This is the tutorial guy. He'll teach you about combat, and this is. I'm gonna show it off just real quick. Combo critical cancel. Combo is the pretty. Yeah, well, this is basically what I said before. So he just explains it via text. But if you choose, yes, you'll tell me more. He actually explains it to you through a battle. So you can go through a more in-depth approach. Which I do like, that you don't have, like, if you're like, okay, sure, I understand what you mean. It's like, cool. But then you can actually see it happen in battle. So we're just saying that here's a combo, it does a lot of damage because it hits twice. And then it get hit. And then he lets me do the critical, which is a single attack, but look at the enemy icon on the gauge. It also gets pushed back a little bit. Combo just stops it when he gets hit. But critical actually pushes it back. And that actually happens to you as well. When you get hit and you stagger, your icon stops moving for a little bit. And same thing when you get heavy hit, like a heavy hit from an enemy, you can get cancelled when you charge your attacks. And this is the same thing I've done before in the battle with the spider, because the enemy was charging an attack and it wasn't the red portion. Look at that. It was pushed all the way. They can go all the way up to the middle portion of the blue part. Finish the enemy with a combo, sure. But yeah, I just wanted to demonstrate that it does
if you want to beat me.
show you the tutorials through a battle, a custom battle. There's more you can explain later. I'm not gonna do it because I'd rather explain it myself. Let's look what this guy has to say. We're gonna shop, look around, take your time. Alright, let's see here. Got some weapons here. Unfortunately, we start with very little money in this game. One thing about this game, money is extreme, not scarce, but you tend to not get a lot of it unless you fight a lot. And by fighting a lot, I mean like you fight every single enemy like 4 times. The enemies are on the screen, you'll see them later. Well, you see the spiders, right? But even if you fight every single enemy you fight in every area once, you'll end up not having a lot of money to go around. So you have to make some choices. So I got some weapons here for Ryudo. They buff better than what we have, but we can't buy them. There's some armor here. I would like the climbing boots would be interesting. No, well, let's only give 2 defense though. There's a heavy stone on jewelry. These are accessories. Null's knockback. Not that interesting. And some normal healing items, medicinal orbs. We've seen them. Wound soul, poison, anti paralysis, obvious paralysis. We're not gonna see that for a while. And eye drops. It's the cure for sleep. You'd think it's the cure for blind. Usually that's what it is in RPGs. Not here. It's the cure for sleep. There's no blind status in this game. Regional is interesting. Basically, regional are items that are only sold here. Weapons and armor tend to be unique as well, but and also jewelry. But items, you'll find these regular healing items pretty much in every shop. But regional are interesting because they're only sold in this specific one. Got a mushroom cloud, does fire damage, and this does poison. These are kind of cheap, and wouldn't be bad to use them. Maybe I'll buy a couple. I'll buy 1, I'll buy 2. You can only buy in single increments or in 5 increments. For some reason. Don't need to sell anything, I'm good. Yeah, I'm okay, it's fine. I could talk to some of the villagers before heading to the church. But I don't know if I want to do I want to do it today? Do I want to do it today? Let's do it today, why not? Are you a Geohound? What if I am? Aren't Geohounds known for being savage? You don't bath and you drink the blood of the monster you slaughter, right? Close. We bath in the blood of our kill. And if you keep talking to this guy, with this kid, hey Geohound guy, what does monster meat taste like anyway? A lot like little kid, and I've been needing a bath lately. Gross, you don't eat kids, do you? No, unless they're too nosy for their own good. What did I tell you about NPC dialogue? You can keep going with this guy, believe me, there's more. Geohounds are known to be huge liars too. Huh, liars is it? Well, maybe they are, kid, or maybe we aren't. Maybe we'll tell the truth, but no one wants to hear it. Ryudo, children are impressionable. Stop filling his head with nonsense. It doesn't matter, you'll believe what he wants to believe. And that went deep. Man, that went deep real fast. Okay, it's the same dialogue. They do start repeating it eventually, but like we got like what, 4 different dialogue with this one NPC? This game's crazy, I told you. There's also, I believe, you can examine this. Yeah, is this thing built to scale? Why do these Granas groupies feel the need to make everything so ridiculously huge? Hey, really, there's no time for gaping. You are on the clock after all. Shut up. Okay. This one is only 1 dialogue, but let's talk to some other. Grandmother reads the signs. She said something about the power of darkness. Something bad is supposed to happen. Don't understand. I'm sure we'll be alright if we have each other. That's it. As long as my beloved husband is with me. Well, love is not exactly my field. Geohounds are rarely given the opportunity to gain any experience, you know. Okay. I was gonna make a joke about we are an RPG. He's gonna gain a lot of experience, but no, he's about love, of course. About harvest epidemics, I don't hear any good news lately. As long as my husband's with me, nothing worries. He's enough to keep me happy all the time. Well, lucky you! You'll soon realize the pitfalls of your optimism. Ryudo, must you always trying to bring people down with you? Let her be cheerful, you cynical grouch. He's been so tired lately, all our days searching for nuts and berries. Today I'll make his favorite dish. Are you the husband? What we have here? We don't see the likes of your kind around here very often, Geohound. Do you know someone here? No, I've been asked here. You know anything about the Church of Granas? Yeah, I do. They're nice people. They help you out a lot. Something a cretin like you could never understand. Father Carius is the priest there. He's very well respected around here. Tends to the sick, no matter the affliction. He took care of my daughter once. He's not like you. He's not blinded by money. He's no Geohound. What do you want here anyway? When people like you start to show up, greed takes over. Damn Geohound. Yeah, this Geohound thing that they're not very like. Almost every single person here will hate us for being a Geohound. Is this the guy that doesn't? Because I know there's a guy that doesn't. Crops are scarce lately. Nowadays I have to climb over a couple hills to look for them. I haven't been like this before. You're not the only person who's been saying that, old man. I hear it everywhere. But aren't you a bit old to be working so hard? It ain't the working. Folks should help each other in times like these. Not helping would weigh heavier on me, sonny. Yeah, right. See the girl singing? That's my granddaughter. Good harvest or bad, I do what I need to do to keep a smile on her face. Now I'm saying she's got the voice of an angel, but to me her singing is magic. Takes my cares away, and that's a fact. Her singing takes something away from me too, old man. You're despicable. Okay, don't mind a few aches and pains, get over them in these hills. Usually when you don't see characters like intervening like they did here, like Ryudo takes the response to an NPC and this guy intervenes as well. When you don't see any of the characters in your party say anything to an NPC, that means they're usually done. And they just repeat the same dialogue. The other day, Elena taught me a new song. It's called The Song of Light, or A Hymn to Granas, praised by the name. Do you want to hear it? A Hymn to Granas, huh? I don't think so. I'm not so big on hymns. With the morning light, the word abounds, the miracle is brought to pass. There, I bet you feel better now, huh? Nope. Honestly, Ryudo, could you say something nice to the kid? Nope. We can't. Jeez, with first the Granas gal, now you. Look, I don't do religion, okay? It's odd. Grandpa always said he felt better after hearing me sing the Song of Light. I guess I'm just not good enough yet. I'll have to practice harder. Alright, that's it for you. I don't know what to do. The orchards are hardly producing, nothing to sell, and barely enough to eat ourselves. There's more that can be said of other towns. Many are starving. You should count yourself lucky to have what you do. Barely eating and still motivated to make some gold. Ha! My kind of people indeed. Making money, heavens no. We're not why we sell to the merchants. We just want other villagers to enjoy the good food. My wife was complaining that we didn't have enough of that good jam we just made to share with other people. Guess it's just as Father Carius said. All this misfortune must be the work of Valmar. How terrible. Okay. He's just done. But we're getting some lore here. We're getting some lore. We will discuss it next time though. Let's go into this house. And there's a couple of houses on this side and a couple on the other side. Oh wait, is this where you can? No, did I miss it? Do you get one shot when I enter the house? Hang on a minute. I know you can do something silly here. No, it's not this house then. Are you a traveler? We have some delicious jam. Would you like to try some? Jam? No, I'll pass. I can't stand sweet food. This is rather odd. It does not appear that I can harvest enough fruit to make this jam. Oh yes, Father Carius taught us how to plant and tend orchards. That's why we have enough fruit. Orchards thanks to Father Carius and the other people of the church. That's why we can make jam. They also help us harvest the fruit and build fences and such. They're really helpful. Interesting. What's the matter, Ryudo? Just thought the church landed itself a pretty good deal of that help. And yeah, that is it. Yep. I believe you can check... I don't remember. There's a house you can check like a... Oh. There's a house you can check a book in. I don't remember which one. Could be this one. And then no, there's a house where you can do a weird silly thing. Oh, there it is. Yep, I pushed that weird chair under the table. Harvest the fruit and vegetables haven't been too good lately. I wonder if it's the same elsewhere. During my travels, I've noticed others complaining of bad harvest as well. I figured if we weren't the only village having a hard time. I know times are tough, but this village is still better off than most thanks to the Church of Granas. I hear the folk in some places can't even get enough to eat. Most places aren't that bad off, but things are difficult everywhere for everyone. Jeez, if you're such a dire straits, why didn't you pray to the precious Granas of yours to help you out? We've married for 1 year now, but our lives aren't gotten any easier, but we do have our love and that's enough for me. For the woman I love, I don't mind having to spend all day scrounging for food on the mountain. So he must be the husband of that girl we talked about before, and I believe, yes, there it is! Check out this awful book, The Secret to a Long and Passionate Marriage. Every relationship needs stimulation. A dull life will make your relationship dull too. Once in a while, a couple requires the fiery spice of love. Oh, for heaven's sake, who writes this trash? What do you mean? It's probably the wife that wrote it. It's the same? Yeah, okay, it's the same thing. Yeah. The fiery spice of love, huh? Let's not go into detail about that. Oh, there, young one, I haven't seen you before. You want to talk to old granny? I just did. That's why I pressed A when I walked next to you. Is it A on the Dreamcast or whatever? I'm pressing X. The only thing I'm good for now is telling tales of folks' fortunes. Do you want to hear anything? So now we got a choice here. There's a lot we can see. The tale of Valmar's moon. 2 moons in the heavens, the second one falls. Misfortune it is, an abomination. When the moon brings the darkness, then shall the abomination appear. Darkness and doom shall reign over all. So you're telling me the moon is the sign of Valmar? Wow, you got a vice grip on the obvious. Hehe, what a clever lad. I guess you're just too smart for me to tell you something you don't already know. Okay, what else? A battle of good and evil. What is that? Long ago, the world was split in two. Light and darkness fought a bitter war that lasted for ages. But finally, Granas, the Lord of Light, defeated Valmar, the Devil of Darkness. Exhausted from the battle, Granas slept. Right, Granas won, I know, but then, how come the tale doesn't end with a happily ever after? Because there wasn't one, I guess. Look about you, clever lad. Can't you see the misfortune left over from the battle? Well, I guess you're gonna tell me my fortune then. Let's see what you have to say. Why, it can't be. But this is! Your poem speaks of woman trouble. Yet also speaks of a great love. Never before I've seen such a poem. Woman trouble and a great love? For Ryudo? Check again, old woman. Sky, you're talking this seriously? Listen, Granny, woman trouble, love, not me, not ever. Do I need to comment on that? I don't think I do. Well, Elena, help me. Elena's trying to beat me up again. Elena! Yeah, you're right, sec, kid. I'm not Elena. You're not? Well, then go find Elena for me. Oh, the sister of Granas. Why do you want the songstress? Because she's so cool. Elena's nice to me whenever Leo makes me mad. You get beat up a lot, huh? Fools. So the other sisters don't care? Yeah, they do. They're all really nice. Tessa, Ismene, Isolde, Eurydice, Velda, everybody. But Elena's the nicest and the prettiest. Elena's the nicest and the prettiest of all the Sister of Granas. So I want Elena. Help me, Elena. He's beating up on me again, Elena. Are there any kids in this world who aren't completely annoying? Yes, we're gonna meet one in several episodes. Don't worry about that. Okay, and that is kind of it. But yeah, you can see why I like Ryudo so much. Have you ever seen a protagonist behaving like this? Oh, you can push the stair as well. Cool. Are those sisters going to be alright? Going off to Weird Tower for an exorcism? An exorcism? Those church ghosts are off to an exorcism? For some sort of supreme deity, Granas sure does know how to dodge responsibility. Sends all his lackeys to do his work. What a thing to say. Dear little Tessa and the others in the church work so hard that you can leave happily. Well, Tessa and the others keep the world from being covered in darkness. Be thankful so they sit and think all day. Sky, what does everyone else get here? The easy jobs? We rely on chopping stuff to bits for cash. They do much more than just think. They help this village with every ounce of their being. They're our greatest blessing. So the Granas church folk help out around the village, eh? People in the Church of Granas is like family to us all. We're worried about them going to danger. Well, scoundrels like you wouldn't know anything about that, though. Look, I'm happy enough to live as I do. Who needs a family when you got a sharp wit and a bird? Oh, no. People in the Church of Granas? Okay, good. Monsters from the Black Forest have lately begun to come out around the village. Fear someday my wife or my children be attacked, the world has become a dangerous place. Logic dictates that dense forests are to be the nesting ground for monsters. Don't let the women and kids near. There are times when they have to go to the Black Forest to tend the orchards, but the Black Forest is full of monsters. So what do we do when we have to tend the orchards? Figure it out yourself. You could hire a Geohound, but I'm booked, so you're going to have to find some other solution. Black Forest monster, we got no money to hire Geohounds in this town, but we do have to do something about those monsters. Can you pay with a gem? Like if the gem can be sold in like the next town for a lot of money, I guess that would be a good payment. I take you for a Geohound, am I not right? It's in your eyes, lad. The same eyes I had at your age. Those are Mako eyes. Do tell, this ought to be entertaining. I bet about enough of songstress tales from the old bat. You came at the right time, lad. Let me tell you a tale. Tale of a man called Flying Jim Phoenix, the only man to fall to the depths of the Granite Cliffs and live to tell the tale. Look, Gramps, no one survives a fall from the Granite Cliffs. Believe what you will, my lad, but a real Geohound would know that my tale is true. There he was, just taking in the view, when up behind him came a cowardly gang of monsters who pushed him over the edge. Down he fell into the depths. But his fall was broken. He began to climb, and climb he did until he emerged like a phoenix. I see now. That's why they call him Flying Jim Phoenix. Do you gum your food the way you gum your stories? Now hold on to your hat, lad. What if I were to tell you that Flying Jim is still alive? Alive he is, and standing before you. Huh? Why the face? Huh, so you don't believe me, eh? Very well. If you're a true Geohound, then go to see the depths of that very chasm and see with your own eyes where I carved my name. How ridiculous. Listen up, Gramps. I would not be a Geohound if I had any interest in unusual ravings. Well, that's the story of Flying Jim Phoenix, and you won't hear it told better anywhere. No need to thank me, lad. I enjoyed it. Don't worry, I won't. Just about had it with this old lady's parallel about songstress this, songstress that. I need a break, I did indeed. Hate to tell you, Ryudo, but he hasn't heard a word you said. And that is it. Okay, I think we messed around. Did we talk to you? No. Well, what we have here? Come to ask Lord Granas for help? Everyone needs help these days. Hardly. Apparently your Granas has keen a sense of irony. The church wants my help. Where is the church anyway? It's right over there by the church. Hiring a Geohound? That's a new one. Never heard of the church hiring a Geohound? I don't get it. I mean, why would the church? Does this guy think he knows me? Well, we're almost in the same business. The name is Mons the Prospector. That's right, I'm a prospector. Prospectors were just out in the nearby mountains, looking for the Mother Lode. That's right, couldn't find it though. Well, it is called the Mother Lode for a reason. It's supposed to be hard to find. Sarcasm is not appreciated. Anyway, you should start thinking. Maybe a few prayers to Granas would help. And here you are, humbly before Lord Granas. Going to the church, see? You say a few prayers and bada boom! The Mother Lode! 2 Mother Lodes! Anyway, that's the way to the church. Hey, you two can try a few prayers yourselves. Can't hurt. See what I'm saying? And that is kind of it. I think I've pretty much talked to everyone. This is just a demonstration of how much dialogue there is in this game if you're willing to put yourself and then through the grind and talk to every single NPC. But we've been going for way too long for the first episode, and so next time on Grandia 2, we'll visit the church and see if we can find out more details about this job.